to get to 130 mark, that gives them something to defend. It's a very competitive total here at Supersport Park.
West Indies need 132 to win, obviously. They will have the 11 overs. The weather looks okay at the stage. Let's have a look at that batting card. De Kock didn't last long, that's for sure. Hendricks, 21 off just a dozen balls or so. Also didn't get going. Mark from neither. Miller was sensational, really. 48 off 22. Klaas and Parnell. Magala, that was a quick fire. 18 off only 5. But extras are high. 11. The extras, that won't help the West Indies, that's for sure.
Can I get the ball? Sorry? Can I get the ball? Get the ball. One ball. Please. Sorry, can you sign it?
Very convincingly, the West Indies. Quality. That's how to finish it.
That's a look at the target that the West Indies need to get. 132 runs to win this one. 11 overs aside. And so it is 12 runs per over. Now here it comes. Our match ball. An unbelievable delivery. Courtesy of KFC delivery. Order in via the KFC app, so you don't miss a ball of the action. Yeah, I looked through the wickets. Neil McKenzie and Sean Pollock alongside. 131 is a lot of runs in 11 overs. As you watch this, Neil, it's about trying to access the boundary, isn't it?
Yeah, there's pressure of those 11 overs, really letting the South Africa guys go. Not too much time to have a little look. And tough conditions there. We saw a few balls on, a couple bouncing. Spinners not trying to spin the ball, seam up.
From here,
Akil Hussain.
it is a decent view, Tony.
And a couple sitting in the wicket there. So I think South Africa have done really, really well to get to that 130 mark. Miller played some fantastic shots. I think with that power, it just feels like he can settle down a little bit. Sort of takes his time, the situation, played the situation beautifully. Bjorn Fortuin Last ball of the innings, thinking it's over. He could have had a free hit.
Final words from the skipper as they go out to try and defend the 131 they have on the board. Sean, generally we say you want runs on the board, but when it's shortened like this, is there a threshold? And I'm thinking T10, I'm thinking, you know, not T20 per se, because when it's 20 overs, many of the teams have learnt how to defend and how to chase down whatever a big total is. But what about when it's just about halved?
Yeah, I think 132 is really good. I think South Africa battled to come to terms with the surface in the first 3 or 4 overs, and that's why their striking probably wasn't at its best. But I think the surface has calmed down. It's now had a roll on it, and I think South Africa have a good idea what's going to be effective from a bowling perspective. The West Indies, we know the nature of the way they play. They like to get off to a fast start and come out all guns blazing. And I think the key will be for South Africa is, can they pick up wickets? I'm having a look out there. I'm betting Fortuin. Yeah, he's given his cap to the umpire. So we saw him in the SA20. He goes really well at the top of the order, and he'll try and get South Africa to a good first over start. But Mayers, he has that potential. We saw a little bit of it in the one days. We saw a bit of it in the SA20. And he's the one I think they'll be fearful of. King played beautifully in that last one-day international, but his strike rate, not really of the capability of what Myers can be at his destructive best.
Yeah, I think King made the adjustment. Used to be a middle order, and then adjusted when he went to Guyana, and they got him up front. That's where he made the name for himself and got into the West Indies setup. Strangely enough, Fortuin and Akil Hussain, same type of cricketers, like bowling with the new ball up front, try and squeeze out a wicket. But interesting to see that there is a right-hander, left-hander combo out there, and you would expect Myers, who's the left-hander, to be facing the ball turning in, even if it is a skidding surface. So let's see how this goes.
Shouts of catch it, nobody will. It's in the gap. It's a beauty from Brandon King to start. 4 runs.
Yeah, a lot of movement, giving himself a lot of room. There wasn't a lot of movement from Riley Rousseau. It's almost like he didn't pick it up, but that one would have clattered into leg stump. That's beautiful, and straight away, Fortuin under a little bit of pressure.
Goes leg side this time. It's a wonderful strike. 6 runs. This is exactly the start the West Indies would have wanted.
And that's why the right-hander is facing the left-hander. Eat my words. If you play 2 fantastic shots like this, first one gives himself some room, opens up the offside. We know Fortuin likes to skitter on. Next one just gets inside the line and smashes a maximum.
Yeah, he doesn't pierce the field this time, but he's made his intentions clear that he's going to try and access the boundary. But what's been difficult for Fortuin is knowing which side he's going.
I think the key's been how he's cleared his front leg. I think we saw in the SA20 likes of Malan and Reza Hendricks when they first came to the crease, almost playing around that front pad. But from the outset, the first delivery, he showed him every one of the stumps and opened up the offside. And then even the slog sweep, he got that left leg out the way. So wonderful strokes for the West Indies and great striking.
There's more. Kyle Mayers says, I can do it too. That's the second 6 of the over. Yep. Get your hats on. Hard hats. Oh, I hope she hasn't been struck, actually. Hope she's okay if she has.
There we see the left-hander to left-hander. Oh, she has had it. Oh, hope she's okay. Turned her back on it. This T20 is a dangerous place to be in. Let's hope she'll be all okay.
That's gone straight up in the air. Keeper's catch. Takes it. Much action in over number 1. Fortuin gets one. It's Mayers. But not before 17 runs have been scored, and there's still a ball to go.
Yeah, we go back to the South African innings and the ball going across. Quinton de Kock caused trouble. This one doesn't seem to turn too much as well. Similar kind of sweep shot. De Kock tells everyone to clear the vicinity. He's got it covered. And South Africa have their breakthrough.
My little cameo comes to an end. One shot and out, and I just thought that was an unbelievably good piece of bowling there. Tendencies to go into the surface. We know Bjorn Fontaine's nice skinny bowler, likes to cramp you up. On this occasion, you just saw a little bit of pace off, a bit of dip, and almost did him in the flight. Myers gets through it, gets a top edge. So it's all up. We've had everything this over. We've had smart bowling. We've had left-right-handed combinations. There's still one ball to go. Johnson Charles. How destructive he can be. Those stats don't tell the full story. He's 2 World Cup T20 medals back home in the closet.
End of over number 1. 17 for 1. Yep, you've got to take your medicine and think as well. You're not always going to be successful up at the front if you bowl the first one. And after the event, there might be the chit-chat in an 11-over game if you want to go with the left arm spin.
Well, we find 11 overs hard to get into the rhythm. Not the case for that young lady.
Powerful side. Good hitters in the side. Pooran and Powell.